All right. Westside Gunn time. Pray for Paris. I've got this here. This is on Genius, the little summary. He started working on this in Paris of 2020 when he attended the Paris Fashion Week. The experience of being in the city for the first time made him inspired, and he wrote 6 songs in 2 separate 3-hour sessions, 3 songs each day. Got back, started working on it. So that's kind of cool. That little summary right there, just of what triggered this event. And then this first thing I've got, as I set this stuff up, I kind of glance around a little bit just by nature of setting stuff up, right? This 4 million plus tax, it's just like a little skit, but it's talking about the auction of Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, which sold for $450 million. That's insane. That's insane right there. But in terms of me opening thoughts, Westside Gunn, finally sitting down with a Westside Gunn project. I wanted to listen to his new one, 12. It lost a vote to Showbiz by Mike, which that was cool too. But also I'm doing extra time right now. Most of you are probably aware by now if you're watching some of the recent videos. We had a water leak in the kitchen, water damage. So I'm cooking up some videos for the vault. Right? Because there's probably going to be some Fridays where the house is tore apart and I can't do stuff. So this is one of them. I've got Bloonerisms by Mac Miller, Bizarre Ride to the Far Side, and this will be the third. So now I'll have 3 videos in the vault. I feel like it's a good pool to pull from. Maybe the other ones have already released or not. I don't know when this is going to go up. That's the only downside with a vault, right? Don't know when it's going to happen. But it's fun to finally sit down with Westside Gunn. Griselda's been mentioned a bunch, Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, those guys. They make a lot of fucking music, man. A lot of music. But this one's been talked about a lot. A little bit shorter, 12 tracks, 36 minutes. I looked around for music videos. I didn't find any, so there will be no music video. Well, I found just one. I was like, well, whatever. So I'm not gonna bother with music video reactions. So no Patreon bonus today. Patreon's of course $2. You can listen to MP3 format if you want. No ads, no cuts, all that kind of stuff. God, there was one other thing I wanted to say, and now my bald head is just forgetting. What was it? What was it? I don't remember now. Oh, I do remember now. This is 2025. It's February 16th of 2025. Kitty's going crazy in the background. Last year, I've been listening to a lot of hip-hop, a lot of albums, right? Lots of music. And I remember early in the channel, I was thinking, okay, I'm really going to pay attention to everything and try and become like an expert at hip hop, right? And after a while, there was just so much music coming through my life. It became impossible to keep up. Now, this year, 2025, one thing I've started doing is I go to Spotify and I go to my album section and I have it sorted by recent and I scroll all the way to the bottom. And I've started listening to stuff that's at the bottom of my recents list, just to put it back on again. And so with Westside Gunn, even though this album is basically 5 years old at this point, it's cool because it's another artist and trying to re-listen to stuff I haven't heard in a while and kind of remember, but also I'm in a like a exploratory mood so far this year. I really want to just poke around in new spaces and check out new stuff that's new to me at least, and then revisit stuff I've forgotten about, haven't heard in a while. It's fun because it's pretty easy to listen to the favorites all the time. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that. The favorites are favorites for a reason, of course. But for whatever reason, so far this year, I've just been in this mood of let's check out new stuff. So here we are, Westside Gunn. Let's get into it. This should be fairly quick. I don't really know what to expect. A lot of people have requested this, but mostly I'm coming in blind. So let's get into it. We got the opening track is a skit, 400 million plus tax, produced by Westside Gunn, and it drops into no vacancy. So I'll just let it roll through this little opener skit. Track 2 is only a minute and a half, so we'll basically do a 2-for-1 here to start off. Let's drop in. First time listening to a Westside Gunn project, Pray for Paris, track 1, 400 million plus tax. God damn, dude, that's insane. That's insane.
370 million, back to Francois' client, at $370 million, ladies and gentlemen. 400 million.
That's fucking insane. That's
400 million is the bid.
insane.
Here in the sale room at 400 million with Alex Rotter. The bid is here at $400 million. at Christie's. $400 million is the bid.
Fucking
And the piece
crazy.
is sold.
That is fucking crazy. What's crazy is people are applauding too. Like, not to say it ain't worth it. And if you got that kind of money, who cares? But that's crazy. All right, here's No Vacancy. That's a wild skit to start with. Fucking wild. And then follow it up with that.
Hey yo, I whipped it with the left, I whipped it with the right. Three-quarter me got the tank fight. Your shit stepped on, get your yay right. I blow your brains out in broad daylight.
Broad daylight.
You ever make love to the pot? I ain't think so. You ever threw up from smelling too many kilos? The Migos, the Negos.
That's crazy, too many
kilos.
kilos.
The more jalapeno,
Throw it up.
the Rigo. Four-story house I got on V-Bro, the V-Lo.
Love this piano going on. Good little drum beat too. Just a good strong core beat for all this piano to exist on top of. Cool little intro. Do I really have anything to say about track one? I mean, immediately, these two together, this opening sample of selling a painting for $400 million or somebody buying it for $400 million, and then jumping right into this fucking coke gangsta shit, right? Like, what contrast? And I wonder if Westside Gunn was going through that. I don't know if he was there for that auction, if he saw it in person, and if that's why it's here. I'm just gonna assume that. I'm assuming he was there. And I mean, imagine being somebody who, you know, deals with coke and the amount of money that you see with coke and all that kind of shit. Because, you know, I know, right? I'm a big expert on coke money. But just every now and then I'll talk about how I listen to these albums and I go, these guys living on a completely different planet. Even though they're 2 hours away, you know, like the guys in Compton, they live 3.5 hours away, but they live in a completely different world. You know, stuff like that. I bet Westside Gunn was going through the same thing if he was at that auction watching some painting being sold for $400 million. Like thinking about the world he came from. And here some dude is dropping $400 million on a painting and the crowd applauds. Like, what? The fuck? What planet am I on right now? You know? Like, that's wild. That's wild. Not going to worry too much about this one. Quick little jam. Let's drop into track 3, which is a good 4.5 minutes. Maybe this feels like more of an actual song to start off the album. It's called George Bondo, who I don't know who that is. Reference to an American visual artist, George Condo, who's known in the rap community for having done artwork. Oh, for Kanye West, Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Okay. Featuring Conway and Benny the Butcher. The producers are Beat Butcher and Derringer. Dropping into track 3, George Bondo. Loving the piano. We're really getting those piano keys in there. And another good, strong core
hey, yo,
drum.
I'm from a back block on the east side, piece of wall. Out on Leroy with the Mac on, piece of law. The whole portfolio is gangster. With cocaine, just shot a nigga on the anklet. Selling dope, say this Persian rug 5 times a day. Prayers, niggas tasting self-pop. Niggas came through, stabbed them on the wake up. Niggas catch you at the showers, 400 soups. Bubble goose to put up in a couple scoops. Shop on double loop. Your body got hopping out another
This is crazy.
Backing up trouble at the W. What's up with you? We hunting
It's
too.
almost like
Still plotting and
frightening.
scheming on the cot, daydreaming. Get shot out the head, wrong prey demon. You ain't breathing, you ain't reeking. Lips moving, you ain't breathing. You start coughing up blood for the same reasons. I had the pill shit.
This shit is like, every now and then I get a little cranky about music discussion online because I feel like a lot of it's just kind of like, it's almost like bot behavior. You just see the same thing said about the same all the time. But this one, I feel like this verse, this beat, this sound, everything about this part right here is fucking just cold, man, or hard, right? As people would say, it's like, holy shit, ruthless. This is fucking ruthless. Not going to dig into lyrics right now. Let's keep going. But fuck, man. Like, I'm almost shook over this shit. Like, this is intense. This is very intense right here.
Any beat I'm on, I gotta get my shit off. Your watch ain't cost 30 and up. Take that shit off.
Your watch ain't cost 30 and up. Take that shit off.
Big biscuit of that biscotti making my bitch call. They on Google, they wonder what I got rich off. They see me pulling off in that dawn, the top lift off. The kid from May Street that used to whip saw and let his fifth fall.
This beat is fucking great. This piano. It's like somebody scraping their fingers over the fucking piano almost.
Drive-bys out of minivans, Chevys and Rangers. Rap nigga go to the club in my city, tuck every chain.
Think it's a game until I Patrick Kane, somebody homie that's sliding through.
Like the layered low vocals there.
I got nice, practice repeated. When rappers was decent, when you ain't leave a house unless your gat was matching your sneakers. As y'all niggas rapping and tweeting, stacking and beefing. I get you whacked at the Venetian for blasphemous speaking. Watch band, snakeskin. Gang got the door, let the apes in. 20K spin, that's how my day went. Bulletproof the foreigner, feel safe in. Mirror smoke, great tent, and just to take trips to the bank in. This for the corners that we anointed. Opened up with a small group of soldiers that I appointed. I'm up due to all of the bullshit that I avoided. She suck, fuck, count up the money, but still annoying.
But still annoying. Dude, this shit's fucking wild. This is wild. Let's hear this skit here at the end.
I'll use my collar, y'all. Hold on. What's up, y'all? St. Louis. Represent Miss OG. And Miss OG once again. Y'all know who we is. Boom. Told you niggas scary.
What is this from? YouTube video. Huh.
Hail Mary. Boom, boom.
So, this is really kind of fascinating. Like, two things happened here with this track, with Westside, with Benny, with Conway. Like, one of the things I have struggled with before is not so much like lifestyle, but I get a little cranky sometimes about how these guys spend their money, because I feel like, you should be more investment minded. And I've been told, and even the artists have said in their own songs, tomorrow isn't promised. So a lot of these guys just live for the day. Tomorrow ain't promised. When you live this kind of lifestyle, you never fucking know when you're going to, when it's all over. Conway can fucking speak to that personally, obviously. All these guys have lost friends that they know through fucking murders and what have you. And so I can appreciate that as like a concept. Like, oh, okay. But of course, in my world, in my mindset, in my view, like it just doesn't translate. This is like the first song where it's so fucking relentless and unapologetic and just absolutely in your fucking face on every level about lifestyle, about money, about drugs, about violence, about everything. It's just like full fucking tilt. I finally almost feel like, oh, okay. Like it finally got through my completely different world filter, essentially, where it's like, this is what they mean. Like, this is the kind of shit that they're doing. This is the life that they live. And yeah, why the fuck do you care about making an investment? It doesn't matter. We ain't worried about what's happening 4 years from now. I'm paying attention to the next 4 hours, the next 4 days, that kind of a thing. So what the fuck am I going to invest my money in when my ass might get blown away next Friday? Like, intense. And so the second part is, I feel like this relentlessness, this double down, this really just going full throttle is almost like their response to this idea, this opening skit. I feel like this opening skit, while maybe meaningless, is so important, of watching other people who obviously live very different lives, watching some dude drop $400 million on a painting and people cheer it. And so it's like I'm seeing the contrast of the contrast, which then helps me understand my contrast to their lives, but their lives, they're seeing the contrast in these other, like it's almost full circle now. It's just how different these fucking lives are. It's just wild. Wild, man. Wild. You ever sold 100 then spent it all in the same weekend? No, sir, I have not. I've never sold 100 nor have ever spent 100 in a weekend. Like that right there. That's like the perfect example of how fucking wildly different. But then, while that's wild to me, imagine thinking, yes, this is wild, and living that life and having like awareness of how wild it is. And then some dude just drops 400 mil on a painting. It's really fascinating. And the reason why I get so excited about it is because my worldview, my existence view is mostly in line with like what Buddhists would believe, and you kind of get into the idea of reincarnation and living different lives and all this other stuff, and there are really different lives to live out there. That shit was bad. Let's move on. Track 4, 327. It's featuring Tyler, Billy Esco. I feel like I should know who Billy Esco is. Maybe I don't know. We got Joey Badass on here. Producers Camouflage Monk. This one looks like it's pretty big, 79 million streams. Drop it into track 4, 327. Let's see if the intensity continues. Chilled out with the beat a little bit.
Look,
good beat.
I swear Paris what we pray for. Unreleased off-white to the ankles. Ay, I'm in them places that you can't go. Don C, me go in the same, bro. Ay, I swear Paris what we pray for. I need Casablanca by the caseload. Oranges in the mangoes. I'm a model now, baby, got the face for it.
Got the face
I
for
rock
it.
no lashes on the runway in my coat fashion. Anybody move, we toe tagging. My 327s was blessings, leather Vuitton vests. Keep a loaded firearm and Mercedes arm vests. Low stressing. 22 in grades, 25 left in the cage. I told him hold your head, it's worse in the grave. I threw coke in the pot, watched it bloom, residue and consumed. It started waving, had a light and dope spoon. A nigga try to kill you for your recipe. My shooting nasal drip flowing heavenly, ducking my third felony. Take
Cool
your
beat.
shine, 2 for 5 me.
Good flow on top of the beat, too. Good mix.
I swear Paris what we pray for. Unreleased off-white to the ankles. Ay, I'm in them places that you can't go. Don C, me go in the same, bro. Ay, I swear Paris what we pray for. I need Casablanca by the case.
Casablanca's like a... Oh, it's a shoe. I thought it was a wine or a champagne. I wonder, is there a summary? Let's see here. Teams like Joy Badass, Braggadocious, Posse Cut, sure. Basically, I'm curious about this idea of Paris being prayed for. I swear Paris will be prayed for. I wonder why. I wonder what that means. I wonder what the prayer is. I wonder why he feels compelled to pray for Paris. I don't know. Let's keep going. Cool fucking beat, man. Great beat.
How could I lose the shit that these fools will do to be in my shoes? I'm done playing by rules. Learn from OGs, I'm retiring the jewels. Everything is plain Jane, different day, the same thing. I mean, it's usual. Everything that's new to you will be the type of shit I'm used to. I can give a fuck about the hated shit I'm used to. If it's fuck me, then know the feeling is mutual.
I swear Paris will be.
That's a good verse. Good verse.
Unreleased off-white to the ankles. Ay, I'm in the places that you can't go.
Yeah, this is fucking cool, man. This is a great song.
In the same, bro. I swear Paris what we pray for. I need Casablanca by the caseload.
Roses at my feet, niggas kneel, bitches yell. Glitter on my neck, match the glitter on my fingernails. Niggas always got something to say, well fuck them. Same guys was mighty till they got the ducking. We got the pucks and we chucking. They playing chicken, we clucking. I'm Colonel Sanders to you motherfuckers. Niggas trash and we dumping. I've been rapping and fucking. He's 6'5", I'm a munchkin. And we speed to the disco. This car came with a driver, I'm in the back playing frontin'. I ain't crying, the wind is flying, stop making assumptions. I ain't lying or nothing. Yes, I'm so happy. I turned nothing into something, skin glowing, my head nappy. Long way local gangs tried to attack Sederman. We were running till our motherfucking backs was burning. But anyway,
I always love it when they drop a hesitation in there.
GQs and them pop pies. And I spy with my private eye that you tried. You cannot pull this look off, nigga.
I
You're
swear
not
Paris
I.
what we pray for. Unreleased off white to the ankles.
I love Tyler, man. Tyler's great.
Places that you can't go.
This is a great jam. I love that it's long, too.
I swear Paris what we pray for. I need
You can just enjoy it. I love this. I ain't crying. The wind is flying. Stop making assumptions. So, like, you got the window down or something, and your eyes are watering from the wind. I like that. I like that a lot. They playing chicken, we clucking. I'm Colonel Sanders. You motherfucker. That's pretty good. What's crazy is this is almost 5 years ago. I've always liked how I've liked Tyler's enunciations. He's got these good little like crisp pops every now and then that he puts on his words. Nice and clean, crisp. I like a cleaner, crisper pop kind of clap little, sounds with the enunciation. Every now and then some guys I'll listen to, they start to like slur a little bit like together. And it rarely does it work for me. Sometimes it does. Like I was struggling with Mike initially on his Showbiz album. But I got used to his style. And he doesn't do that all the time either. It feels intentional and it seems contextual to what he's talking about. Joey Badass had a good too. He had a good verse. Let's see. Where was it? Learn from OGs. I'm retiring the jewels. Everything is plain Jane. Different day. The same thing. I mean, it's usual. Everything that's new to you be the type of shit I'm used to. I like that. That's a good shit talking line right there. I could give a fuck about the hater shit. I'm used to it. Yeah. These people don't want smoke. They want some marijuana. I used to get kicked out of class for my aroma. Oh, fuck, man. Great track. Kitties are going bonkers in the other room. That's good, man. Really good. Great beat. Great beat. And, sometimes I don't like it when a beat is basically, looped and left to just persist. I like it. Typically, I prefer more of a beat to evolve and chop and break up and do something different. I like, I listen to a lot of prog metal, where things are constantly building on each other, the structure and stuff. But, man, when you've just got a good, clean beat, don't touch it. Just don't touch it. It creates this perfect canvas for the vocals to come and be on top of, and it's such a great blend. And this track is a perfect example of that. Good shit. Let's keep going. This is great so far. Track 5 is called French Toast. We've got Joyce Rice and Wale and a couple of crazy cats in the background. One of them got like poof tailed and everything. We got the two cats together from the same litter and everything. And it was so great because they keep each other company. They play with each other. And sometimes they go nuts in the background of videos. All right, here we go. Here's track 5, French Toast.
Bonjour.
Camouflage Monk again for production. He did the last one too, right? That was fucking
Hey yo,
bomb.
you don't even speak English. I can tell that you mean that. You can put your legs up. You can choke me while I eat it.
He did choke me.
Hold hands by the Louvre, Eiffel Tower in the evening. We can laugh over French toast, but y'all don't call it French toast.
It's true. They don't call it French
Don't
toast.
worry about me, bitch. I've been dope. In Paris, crushing on you, bitch. I'm out here in Paris, just crushing on you.
I'm crushing on you,
I'm
bitch.
out here in Paris, just crushing on you, bitch. I'm out
What the
here in
fuck?
Paris, just crushing
That's
on
too
you,
funny.
bitch.
Reload. Yeah, okay. I'm sending shots, motherfucker, drink up. Your bar's tender like umbrella and cup. Niggas never confront me, but on the humble, I can never hit ya. Cause you a broad, you just domestic as fuck. What's up? Yeah. Nobody can miss ya. What's up with the big talk? Yeah.
I like the flow.
They all Eric Bishop. All my queens is gold. All my freaks still bad. Somehow I leave them open like
Now
all the
I'm
screen
out
from
here
Shaq.
in Paris, crushing on
I'm not a fan of this chorus. Like, it makes me laugh, but Westside is not the best singer I've heard in my lifetime.
Crushing on you, bitch. I'm out here in Paris, just crushing on
This
you.
shit is cracking me up, man. I just imagine going up to somebody like, hey girl, you know, I just want to let you know, I'm really like having a great time with you out here in Paris, and so, you know, bitch, I just really really wanted you to know that, okay, bitch. It's funny. It's funny. Like, in a weird way, it kind of, I don't want to say it works, but in a weird way, it almost diffuses the word. And of course, like with so many words, it's all about how it's being used in the context and all that kind of shit. But like this one, it just makes it funny. I'm gonna try and pull that on my wife. Let's see. Oh, you made dinner? Oh, bitch, thanks. We'll see what she does.
You, oh, I got a crush on you.
Is he really gonna say this?
I'll admit, I'm no singer.
This is wild.
But what I am is the showstopper. The main event, the icon.
I like that this little thing is in here. You know, however you feel about the chorus, Westside Gunn is not the best singer on the planet, but at least he tosses in this little snippet, this outro to like, yeah, I know. I know. But you know what's cool, man? Like, I never know what to expect from an artist I've never heard before. You know, I don't know how seriously I'm supposed to take them. I don't know, you know, how seriously they take themselves, their own self-awareness, what they're trying to get across, all this other shit. And so, but what I really appreciate this is the guy is basically telling us, yeah, I can't sing that good, but you know what? I'm going to fucking do it anyway. Yeah, do it anyway. Why not? It's your album, your music. You do what you want. And thanks for giving us a little like nod of, yeah, I know. It's not the best. Good shit. Good shit, man. Interesting little album so far. Pretty fucking cool. I'll give French Toast a heart. Why not? We're moving on to track 6, which is called Eurostep. The producer is Conductor Williams. Was there anything I wanted to say lyrically about this? Wale sounded good. He sounded good. Good little flow. Especially the beginning. The beginning, he was like, God, I already forgot. I mean, it's been 2 whole minutes, right, since I've heard it. I liked his flow in the first half. He kind of backed off of that on the second half. But he had a good flow in that first half. Who is Steve Tasker? Probably a Buffalo receiver. Yeah, former wide receiver for Buffalo. Also known for being a 7 times Pro Bowl special teams gunner for the team. Huh. And I know the Westside and Griselda and all those guys, they're Buffalo area, right? New York, something like that. West New York. Or what are they called? Not upstate. Upstate's different. That's different. I was actually upstate once for about a year or so. We can laugh over French toast, but y'all don't call it French toast. Huh. Sounds like Westside Gunn had a good time out in Paris. Good time. All right, yeah, here we go. Let's jump into track 6, Eurostep. This is 2 minutes.
Conductor.
Hey, yo.
Neat production.
Hey, yo, rocking on Sakai in the 911 soft top. Hopped out, big drum on it, had to sort of mouthpiece. Name's West, but I'm from the East.
My name's Wes, but I'm from
Hey, yo,
the East.
the only nigga that got 5 visions with 5 vision. Open your eyes, listen to top creatures and fly with it for fly bitches. Sipping pain in the rain, never got wet. This for my niggas that's locked in the cage, brushing their waist with a chip bag.
Cool
Travel
beat.
like 6 Flags.
Trippy.
Close
Very
fit
different.
Fat, broke it down, got rich fast. Red wine, Toast to my niggas in the field selling dope, yeah. To my niggas still in the
This
field
beat,
selling dope.
it's like if a digital sound was wet paint and you were smearing it over concrete or something. Like it just smears and it's there, but it's not there type of a thing. It's neat. Cool sound.
My middle knuckle is bigger than all my knuckles on his hand right here, bro. You ain't got a scratch on your middle knuckle. You know what I mean? You ain't been through nothing. You never ate. You never been in the crib with welfare cheese and fried bologna and all that stuff like that for dinner at nighttime, man. Don't come to me with that little punk ass shit.
They're doing a good job with these little samples of like tethering tracks together too. You know, you just kind of, you come out of the track, then you hop into the sample, then you hop into the next track. It keeps a good flow through the album. Hard to tell with my stupid face talking through it, right? But I could tell. When I listen to this again, I could tell. This will just flow right through, especially 36 minutes. Oh, yeah. You just put this on, good to go. Don't have to touch it. I wonder what this is about. Let's read this little outro here. Long-standing feud between Wu-Tang Ghost of and the investment capitalist farmer bro Martin Shkreli. I'm slightly aware of who that guy is. They started beefing in 2015 when Shkreli paid $2 million for the world's only copy of Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. Oh, okay. Release it for free. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know about that. Or I feel like maybe I did, but I didn't know it was that specifically. I knew he had done something that was pissing everybody off, aside from raising the price of some pharmaceutical by like 2,000% or some shit. Anyway, this... Why is it saying Allah sent me? I don't have that on my version. Oh, interesting. Track 7. But I don't have that on the version that's in front of me here. Track 7 for me is $500 ounces. So, I guess we're moving on from that. That's kind of surprising. I wonder why that's not listed here. Is there like a different version? That's 2020 Pray for Paris. This is 2020 Pray for Paris 12 tracks. What's this one? Oh, same one. Yeah. Huh. Well, there you go. We're apparently skipping over Allah Sent Me. Track 7 on Spotify. $500 ounces featuring Rock Marciano, Freddie Gibbs. Produced by The Alchemist. Oh, shit. Here we go. All right, here we go. Drop it into $500 ounces.
Yeah. Can't drink. My check. Yeah. My check. Yeah. My check. Yeah.
Like the horns.
My check. Yeah. In the check. Yeah. It's been a long time since I tasted working that hot plate, cooking in my homeboy basement, and Lambo knocked the coke off the table, that nigga wasted. I showed him the new straps, the AK with the green laser. I'm on some street shit, my baby mama tweet shit to stir up my haters. I'm like, why she wanna stick me for my paper? But fuck it, that's life. It's what you make it. One day you gon' meet your maker.
Feels like a Biggie reference right there.
Nigga might cry when I watch the Lakers. Damn, yeah. It's just the way that God be playing this shit. I drop a load and take a load off. That's load management. And last laugh, I drop the hoe off and bag the Spanish bitch. Put out the dick, she snort the coke off. I'm living lavishly. Yeah, okay. Bitch, nigga, you know what it is, baby. Yeah.
Tell you from the door. Tell you from the get-go. You ain't gotta go.
You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta go.
Compressor on the front to muffle the heat. The submachine gun and come with the beam. Amongst other things, it's unseen. To run with me, you need sunscreen cream. See him covered in bling. Bling, motherfucker, ain't no shade.
Great sound. I mean,
the monkey swing.
I'll back it up a little bit. I'm just kind of pausing in the middle real quick. Freddie always sounds good to me. I feel like I've heard Rock Marciano before, but not that much. But both. I mean, Freddie, his vocals always good. I like his flow. Rock Marciano sounded good too here. And just God, like a couple of these songs already, man. Just good structure, beat, existing for the vocals to be on top of, and the vocals, the flow, everything just sounds so well, so good together. Just the mixing together so well in terms of like like pairing, you know, not like actual literal music mixing, but just how they're pairing together, the beats versus the vocals and the flow. Everything matches really well. Let's keep going.
Then with VVs flood the big net for TD, please. I had the Rusty 45, I had the Mag too. You hang with a rat, you a rat too.
Hang with a rat, you're a rat too.
Back it up, that's my rib. You take a shift, I take a shift. Feds come, raise my kids, take my phone, keep the links going. You never bust a brick open. 12 bags was bagging, flagging Rick Owens over. Pots hand me some ice. He left the fridge open. I'm trying to see my kids grow up. Your niggas ribs showing God made light. Don't you combine on my air like day and night. Day and night.
I like this one too, man. I like this one too. Yo, lyrically, I'm not. I have a hard time with the gangster rap shit just because I don't connect with it on any level. But rapping's good, the beat is good, flow is good. Interesting songs, man. It'd be interesting to know, I wonder if the summary says it, but which songs were inspired by Paris and which ones were not. Although I could probably figure that out pretty easy. Like 327's probably, or not, I mean French Toast, Eurostep. Oh, we didn't hear Eurostep, huh? No, we didn't. Oh, no, we did. That we did. Yeah, we didn't hear Allah sent me. That's what we didn't hear. Ain't no L's on my jacket. Mac 11 hit your melon and crack. Ain't no pads for that in the medicine cabinet. Can't mess with whatever's in that gelatin tablet. I don't know what that means. 10 metal fragments can flip your skeleton backwards. All you seen after that was blackness. There was something. What did Freddie say? Been a long time since I tasted working that hot plate, cooking in my homeboy basement, and Lambo knocked the coke off the table. He was wasted. I showed him the new straps, AK with the green laser. And then there's like this bing, bing, bing. I want some street shit. My baby mama tweet shit to stir up my haters. I'm like, why she want to stick me for my paper? Gotta be a Biggie reference, right? It's a classic track. Yeah, Warning. Good song. That's a great song. I haven't listened. I gotta put on some Biggie. It's been a little while since I put on some Biggie. He's fucking. I think if I were to, I don't like debating best albums, best whatever, because I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I like a lot of different stuff. But I think if I were going to make an argument for who I think is the best rapper of all time, it'd probably be Biggie. That's probably who I would start with. I think Jid is also excellent. I feel like people don't really give him. He gets a lot of credit. I think he should get more credit. I think Jid should be way up there in that conversation of best rappers, specifically rapping. That guy, I love his style. Love his style. But Biggie, man, God, that guy. He just has this vocal presence. Just fucking undeniable. So good the way he sounds when he's rapping. Good shit. All right, let's keep going. What do we got next? We got track 8 is Versace, produced by Jay Versace. Oh, interesting. Any relation to like it's a New Jersey-born, LA-based YouTube personality, model, DJ, and Grammy Award-winning producer. Wow. Oh, there you go. So he has been quite successful in his career so far. All right, let's check out his music. Track 8, Versace.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Keys moving, fiends drooling, dope strooms blacker than Bondo. What color tops are you? Shootouts and jammy DeLoreans. The pool with the cooler, everybody gotta go a day, but you going sooner.
Everybody gotta go one day, but you're going sooner.
Figure 4 colors, my white body's looking gorgeous. Staring at a millionaire's next cost a fortune. More gel at Juma, the half-roof Porsche. Hey yo, neck ring, full length mink at the Sabres game. Bullets made him drop 30 pounds. He should've tucked his chain,
He
called him by
should've
the Utica
tucked his
station.
chain.
Niggas pacing, hit the 40 by the Oak Room winning. Inshallah, I'm never going back.
Never going back. That's another thing too, man. Something else I always forget about. I'll just finish up. Because one thing I know nothing about this kind of lifestyle, obviously, but then I also know nothing about the consequences that come with it. One of them being going back to prison. And this whole, I'm never going back. I mean, I've never been to prison. I hope to never, ever, ever go to prison. And fucking A, if I had been before, yeah, I'm not going back. No. Especially if you're in this lifestyle, yeah, you might as well just fucking drive it till the wheels fall off type of a thing, right? Like, it's either you're all in or you're all out. I don't imagine there's any fucking like middle ground when it comes to fucking gangster. I mean, for lack of a better term, gangster lifestyle. That's fucking running coke and drugs and guns and money and all this shit, man. People trying to kill you. Yeah, just if you're gonna go down, you want to go down all the way, right? It's not something you really necessarily want to survive. Although Conway might disagree with that. Conway the Machine. God don't make mistakes. Interesting. His whole experience is wild too. But yeah, haven't seen your fam in years. Looking at old pics, dropping tears. My old Sally lived like that. I'm never going back. Yeah. Every now and then. So I did 6 years Navy. I was deployed on an aircraft carrier. Did 2 deployments. And relatively speaking, in terms of military service, pretty easy. No boots on the ground. Nobody's shooting at me, right? I'm just in the engine room. I was part of the reactor department, so we're part of running each carrier has 2 reactors. So just operating the reactor. And every now and then I'll still have a dream about how, what do you mean I'm back in the Navy? And the ship's pulling out. And they're like, no, you got to go. And they're like, no, you don't understand. I'm not in here. And like, no, you're on the watch bill. You're number 2 plant turbine watch. And like, no. And it's basically a nightmare because, I mean, I know being in the Navy was not like being in prison, obviously, but god damn it, man. It did feel a bit like a sentence, I got 6 months to do, can't go home, can't do anything that I want to do, locked away in this big giant gray vessel out in the middle of the ocean. And that shit, it's not necessarily a nightmare, but every now and then I still have a dream about it, and I just fucking hate it. It's like the worst dream. Yeah. So I imagine prison is that times 100, And I say these things. I try and share experiences, and when I do that, I'm trying to create a parallel. Sometimes when I listen to music and I listen to these guys and I talk about their lives, I know I don't know what their life is like, but I try my best to try and, because I can't put myself in their shoes, but try and create some sort of parallel. Because I want to, basically, it just helps me have more sympathy, more empathy for people who are in wildly different situations than I am. I think that's important. I think it's very important. I think that's been largely lost in our current society, and I think it's a one reason among many why things are so just awful these days. Why people are so on edge and just more interested in screaming at each other than listening to each other. So I say that to say, if every now and then, if I tell these stories where I'm trying to, draw comparisons, I'm not trying to say, oh, I know how they feel, but I am trying to create some sort of parallel so maybe I can get an idea of how they feel, if that makes sense. Let's move on to track 9, which is called Claiborne Kick, featuring Bondo James. The producer is The Alchemist again. Fucking cool. Very cool. Dropping it. I didn't really mention anything on the production of the last track, Versace. It's cool. I liked it. It's cool. It was a quick track, though. Didn't get a lot of time to sit with that beat. Let's check out track 9, Claiborne Kick.
Fly guy.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo, tech wrist, took the cracks out the pots.
Oh, weird.
Back to
He's like screwed his vocals big time.
In the pick of Tesla, 100 shots to whoever. We won wars with the best. Elephant drum stuck to less. 400,000 on the neck. Knock off your head, fucking vest. You ever seen brains scattered? Right in front of mama love, the type of shit don't matter. Started getting better work. Then the money came faster.
This is pretty dark.
Had to sit down a bit. Came home back at it. Same focus, faithful. We catch a body, let the ace pour. Hit the brick with a Claiborne kick. Rockin' Liz Claiborne, it ain't safe for him.
Mafia, what else?
Wow, his voice being screwed like that.
Block work.
Totally different experience.
Toil on that murder rock. Undercovers pressing. Wanna know what's me and gun connection. Know the feds watching. Trying to catch us, touching tons of metric. Whole camp solid. Snatch us up, you won't get one confession. Hustling medication. Taking medicine for depression. Under investigation.
Man.
Never been the one to question. Plug up my levels, seen the talent from the first impression.
Right in front of mama love, the type of shit don't matter. Started getting better.
He even had that like extra layer of vocal right there. Type of shit don't matter.
Came home back at it. Same focus, faithful. We catch a body, let the ace pour. Hit the brick with a Claiborne kick. Rockin' Liz Claiborne, it ain't safe for him.
Wow. Dude, that song is incredible. It's sounding awful. Like, great song. The song itself sounds good, but like the experience that song is like horrendous. And I really appreciate that Westside Gunn put this screw on his vocals, basically. Like, he's all fucked up. Because it's probably both. Fucked up, chemically speaking, right? And then also just emotionally. Knock your head off, fuck a vest. You ever seen brains scattered right in front of mama love? That type of shit don't matter. And I don't know exactly what he's saying there, but it feels like he's saying, have you ever seen somebody get their head blown off in front of their mother? And obviously someone getting their head blown off is terrible. But then the response from the mother is going to just be horrific shrieking, obviously. Started getting better work, then the money came faster. Like, I wonder what that means. Because the way this verse, the chorus, I suppose, is structured, talk about, brains scattered in front of mama, that shit don't matter. Like, that whole thing, and then trying to tell yourself it don't matter, like trying to be cold and numb to that experience. And then he says, starting getting better work, then the money came faster. Like, almost implying or hinting that better work would be maybe something different, something that doesn't involve seeing somebody get their head blown off in front of their mom. But then the money came faster, like getting pulled back into the same situation because of money, maybe. Had to sit down a bit, came home back at, like, basically like this pause, like what the fuck kind of world am I in right now? And then Boldy James, man, his whole verse is not glorified at all. And this is, I'm pointing this out specifically because every now and then I struggle with gangster rap lyrics, and because it's not my world, and braggadocious is not my style. And, every now and then I got to push back on my own even little bit of prejudice of they're glorifying these awful things, which isn't, usually it's not true. But this is certainly not a glorification. Stood tall on that murder rock. The threat is on the compound. 20-man takes a 24-hour lockdown. So I think murder rock, maybe he's talking about crack. Maybe, I don't know. If I sound like I'm talking out my ass, I'm really just trying to guess. But the threat is on the compound, meaning we got a bunch of it in here. People are going to try and steal it. So we got 20-man tanks. We were on 24-hour lockdown. Like, nobody can come in or out type of thing. We're trying to protect this rock type of thing. Was wanted on the net by the detectives. Everyone suspected. Calling home collect. Aunt Nettie, the only one accepting. So no one else will talk to him except for this one aunt. He's got all these felony counts on him. Got the most, plus a whole array of 30 clips, whole jump. So he's armed to the teeth. So I mean, I'm just picturing this. I'm on full lockdown on my compound, trying to protect my fucking supply. No, none of my family would talk to me. The feds are all over me. I got all these felony counts. I'm armed to the teeth. Young and restless. All my youngins are scandalous. Don't need no protection. Like, he's surrounded by people that are just as fucking violent and as aggressive as all get out. Undercovers are sneaking around. Know the feds are watching. Trying to catch us touching tons of metric. Metric, of course, being like keys, right? Kilograms in terms of how they weigh. Whole camp solids. Snatch us up. You won't get one confession. Hustling medication. Taking, and this part is so huge. These 4 words. Taking medicine for depression. Taking medicine for depression. Like, this fucking sucks. This sucks. It doesn't sound great. No. I'll take my very simple, boring life any day over that shit, man. And then all of that on top of this almost like haunting production by The Alchemist. There's certainly no joy or glamour or like, flair. It's just kind of like a ghost wandering through a wasteland, which is perfect for this song. Crazy. That was a fucking crazy song. Claiborne Kick. Remember that one. Okay. We're moving on. Track 10 called Shawn versus Flair. Producers DJ Premier. I feel like I should know DJ Premier. I feel like I do know DJ Premier. I just don't remember where. Anyway, track 10, Shawn versus Flair.
Another war story from a thirsty young hustler. Another war.
Yeah, I was hoping we get a good old record scratch right there, man. I love that shit.
Another war story from a thirsty young hustler. Once the pen hits the pad, it's danger.
Oh, wow.
Another war story from a thirsty young hustler.
Wow. Good light notes. Good bass coming.
The pen hits the pad, it's danger.
Hey yo, you ever ate burgers on Wednesday? You ever ate chicken on Thursday? Fly got the illest nigga per se. Pardon my motherfucking wordplay. Left out that fat shell, did the impossible, incomparable. 100 drumsticks and silences came optional. Shit sound unstoppable, they ducking and dodging. Topless Corvette parked in front of the Majid. Earn my respect, talk sink. When I whipped it, ain't locked it. Still look gorgeous face in the stock. Yeah, yo, the Mary comic collector. The guy who's on the Hebrews, Panetta, the Mona Lisa on the off-white sweater. You too broke to step before the Christmas. You throwing roses at the 42. Fuck with me, get bucked with paparazzi's cameras flashing. Look devilish.
Oh my God.
Another war story from a thirsty young hustler. Once the pen hits the pad, it's
Love
danger.
it. Love it.
Danger.
Love it. Love it when they fuck around with the records like that, man. So this thing, I'm glad I clicked this annotation. You ever ate burgers on a Wednesday, chicken on a Thursday, and it says on Gunn's Twitch release for Pray for Paris, of all things on Twitch, he revealed that these lines refer to his prison time, where they would typically serve burgers to inmates on Wednesdays and chicken on Thursdays. So that's what he's talking about there. Did the Navy do that? I don't know. I don't recall a specific food being associated with a specific day. Basically, you hoped for spaghetti, because spaghetti was usually the thing that was almost decent. It was like everything else was just not good. So for contrast, another little military story for you. Right now, I weigh about 230 pounds. Trying to lose a little weight. I almost, what did I weigh in the other day? 226. I was 235. So I've been working on shedding a little bit of weight since the end of November. It's been going okay. A little slow. The IPA doesn't speed the process up at all, right? When I got done with my first deployment, second deployment? First one. When I got back, I weighed 177 pounds. So almost 60 pounds lighter than I am right now. Because I didn't fucking eat. Because the food was just like, nah, I'm going to bed. Fuck it. I'm not going to eat. I'm just going to go to bed. Except for spaghetti. I would eat spaghetti. I would eat a shit ton of spaghetti because it was like, all right, well, this is the only time I'm eating for like the next day and a half. And then sometimes they wouldn't let you go back. Oh, and the hot dogs. Can't fuck up a hot dog, right? So I would eat hot dogs, a lot of hot dogs on the ship, on the aircraft carrier. Spaghetti, hot dogs. Every now and then they'd have macaroni and cheese. That was all right. Can't really fuck that up too much. Although they wouldn't. Sometimes they would undercook the noodles. Oh, God. Nothing like crunchy macaroni and cheese, right? I know I'm not talking about the lyrics too much, but there you go. Great. I like the production. DJ Premier did a good job on that one. That's cool. All right, let's move on to track 11. Party with Pop Smoke, who's another artist I need to listen to. What is it? Enter the Woo? I need to listen to that. I want to hear that one. Featuring Keisha Plum, produced by Tyler, the Creator. Very cool. Tyler does a great job production-wise. Dropping into track 11. Party with Pop Smoke. See how Tyler does. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Hey yo, you couldn't keep score, protect for league wars. My nigga stabbed Rubens, Gucci bit off iceberg shit. I still Captain Mickey, pissy elevators hand in hand. I wore Issy, Lord forgive me. Fashion week, I gave him head starts to Mississippi. Summer shit cause somebody fucked him. Brains hanging off the frame. Blood on the Salvatore Moody, we rock cocaine.
Blood on the Salvatore Moody? Is that the one that got auctioned for 400 mil?
Eugene Delacroix for half price, leather strings and Rickies.
Blood baths under the moonlight. Spill his guts when the time is right.
Damn, dude.
Valentino for his favorite whore. Homicidal couture. Vintage Mizrahi in the streets of Paris. Violence lingers inside me. Extortion fills my bon appetit. And one call will have a Girl Scout on your granddaddy's porch.
Wild.
Cause of death is heart attack on the coroner's report. If he got a felony, it's guaranteed to excite me. Gun and drug charges give me butterflies. Evil as Satan, but I see God all in his eyes.
What in the fuck?
Hey yo, it's Westside Pootie, and my Lamborghini got a back seat, and y'all drive rental. In other words, get your weight up. Y'all still broke. Oh yeah, stop copying off my daddy too. It's Griselda. Griselda.
That was the best fucking outro I've ever heard in my life. Dude, what in the fuck is this spoken word part? This is wild, man. This is wild. My heart's got 1,000 shadows on it. His brain had a lead hollow in it. Blood baths under the moonlight. Spill his guts when the time is right. Valentino for his favorite whore. Homicidal couture. Vintage Mizrahi in the streets of Paris. Violence lingers inside of me. Extortion fills my bon appetit. I forget exactly what bon appetit means. I know it's appetite. Something about your appetite. Like maybe I hope it satiates your appetite or something. I don't remember exactly. Dude, the spoken word makes me think of I just recently rewatched, it's been a long time since I've seen it, American Psycho. If you've never seen that movie, that's a fucking wild movie too. This makes me think of that movie. Hog tie him, make him watch a person nut in his wife. He started to cry. I kissed his cheek, then drove the ice pick in his eye. And one call will have a Girl Scout on your granddaddy's porch. Cause of death is heart attack on the coroner's report. I don't even want to know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I'll just continue living in my ignorance there. That's totally fine with me. If he's got a felony, it's guaranteed to excite me. Gun and drug charges give me butterflies. Evil is Satan, but I see God in all his eyes. Here's the annotation. Here's what the annotation says. Plum is infatuated with those who live the dangerous life of a criminal, specifically those previously convicted for narcotics and firearm-related instances or offenses. While this is a stark contrast to what many would consider the ideal partner, Plum is no stranger to crime. In an interview with The Face, Plum explains how she first began working with Gunn after his release from federal prison for drugs. While the men she is attracted to may be considered abhorrent by society, Plum is still able to recognize the good in them. I don't know. I mean, sure, but this line, evil is Satan, but I see God all in his eyes. To me, that's more of an indictment about how somebody feels about God. you know, because God has allowed a lot of things to happen that are pretty awful. And if God is supposedly all-knowing and all-powerful and can stop these things and whatever, then there you go. What was the if you sit with a rat, you're a rat yourself, or something like that? And this is something that's been floating around lately online. You know, people trying to fucking shoot zingers at each other. But like, if 10 people sit down with a Nazi, then there's 10 Nazis. But then, you know, the people like to flip it around and go, well, then if 10 Palestinians sit down with a Hamas, there's 10 Hamas. No, don't say that. But the only reason why I'm saying that is not to stir up that debate, because I don't really care about that debate. I don't think it's a debate to begin with. I think it's all in bad faith. But if you hold Satan accountable for certain activities, but then God allows it, does that mean God is just as, you know, if you're complicit in the behavior, does that mean you're also responsible for it? So all of that to get back to this line, evil is Satan, but I see God all in his eyes. Like, if you feel that way, then God and Satan are almost one and the same. And then what does that mean? I don't know. That shit was wild. This whole album's kind of wild, honestly. Cool to listen to. Great production. Good flows. Good rapping. But this album's fucking wild, man. Jesus. There is one more track. I don't know how to pronounce it. Djoliba? I'll say Djoliba? I'll say that. I don't know. Featuring Cartier Williams. Producer is Bohemia Lynch. Who's Cartier Williams? Why is that familiar? I don't know. Bohemia Lynch is also not familiar to me. But this is the final track off of the version I have off of Spotify. It says 13 here. It's 12 on Spotify. Final track, however you pronounce it. Track 12. Here we go. Just intense as fuck. I know it's just his ad-libs, but for an ad-lib, it's pretty fucking intense.
Hey yo, on the cover of Vogue, just me and my stove.
Just me and my
Say
stove.
nigga in the pic, on resting no hoes. We never spoke on rap, we was talking those. Staring at a George condo.
Cool production again, man. This has been neat to listen to. Very different. Jesus. That's some tap dancing right there. Good closer. Good rock.
Griselda, by Fashion Rap.
What's this? Let's the same person to pick arm resting on Hove. Gunn is referencing the photos of himself and Benny the Butcher posing with Jay-Z after signing a management deal. Okay. Staring at a George Condo. Reference to the artwork made by American visual artist George Condo has been recognized in the rap scene for having done artwork for Kanye West. Gunn is saying in this line he has enough cash to purchase entire work. Okay. That was a trip, man. What a wild album. You know, I keep going back and forth with myself too, because on one hand I want to put all this extra meaning on it. I feel like this album being as, I don't know, brazen, in your face, bold, whatever you want to call it, it does feel like a response to that just opening skit. But at the same time, I don't know. But I just feel like this album is an incredible representation of somebody almost re-realizing their own life, re-realizing, like sometimes, I imagine this happens for all of us, no matter what you're doing, whether you fucking work some 9 to 5 in a cubicle or you play for the fucking NFL. Like, at some point you get dialed in and it just becomes normal, and you don't really realize normal because there's something to notice, because that's what it is. You know, when you notice something, that usually implies it's something a little outside of the normal, a little outside of the expected, you know. But every now and then something happens and you kind of almost snap out of the days that is your normal life, and you almost see your own life from, you know, a new perspective, and you go, oh, huh, you know, like, oh, okay, yeah, this guy over there is doing that. And sometimes it's almost like a cause for like a midlife crisis or something. You realize you've pissed your life away doing God knows what, right? Why you meet somebody who talks about their job or how they've been making their finances work, and it's like, oh fuck, I fucked up, you know, I pissed my life away, or something like that. But I just feel like this whole album is almost like re-realization of a lifestyle, but then also almost like a recommitment to it type of a thing. That's how this feels. That's how it comes across to me on the first listen, of just seeing. I mean, I can't imagine what it's like having $400 million to begin with, let alone to just toss it on a painting and be like, yeah, I can buy this for $400 million. I can't put that through my head. I can't put together, you know, the idea of having $100,000 necklace. Like, that don't fucking process in my mind either. But it would be weird to experience. I've been to Versailles, the Palace of Versailles. That place is incredible. I've seen some places, and honestly, with Versailles, when we walked through, the whole time I was saying to myself, what a waste of money. Like, it is beautiful, and it is historical, and it's incredible, and if you get the chance, you should go see it. But I was thinking about myself. Like, if I had this kind of money, I would never, ever, ever, ever build a house like this. You know? Why? Anyway, I don't really have a point. I think I'm just kind of blown away by this album. It's very just open and like like a raw, it's just raw. It's just in your face, but also fucking dark and gloomy, but there's no apologies. Yeah. Good shit. I mean, honestly, it was really good shit. It's pretty intense. Production's great. Rapping's great. Flow is great. Pretty intense album. Now I want to hear the other one, because it's Pray for Paris and Then You Pray for Me, right? Is like, I don't want to say the next one, but I know that's another album that he has. That might be interesting to hear. Westside Gunn may have won me over right here. And then I guess the new one's good. I think it's called 12. I think I've heard good things about that one. I wanted to check it out, but it lost the poll. Maybe I'll check it out next week or something. Who knows? Huh. Okay, well, there you go. There's my reaction to Pray for Paris. That was a pretty entertaining listen, honestly. I'm glad it's got that skit at the beginning. I think that's just huge. That one little minute of listening to somebody win an auction for $400 million. I mean, I don't know how I would have felt about this album without that bit of context. And I focus on that because it's incredible how much context matters in all things. In all things. I feel like that's another thing where people are just fucking willfully ignoring context just so they can be mad instead, rather than trying to understand. Well, whatever. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.